I'm a strong believer that our home should have color, being it an accent or being it the full spectrum. That's why I also wanted to apply my use of color also on these products.
Can you please tell me about the inspiration behind your collection?
The inspiration behind the family of chandelier Tilia is actually to see how nature grows and occupies space. So we have been studying all the way from fractals to bifurcation of rivers to the natural structures, and invented a system which is composed of only two main bifurcation elements and two tubes that can create potentially infinite lamps. It's like a new botanic species, and you can see two very different expressions that stems from the same elements, but are very different. One is a bit more introvert, and it's for reading a book maybe in a corner on your favorite armchair. And the other is a chandelier to be placed on top of our table and enjoy this beautiful coral-like movement. I'm a strong believer that our home should have color, being it an accent or being it the full spectrum. That's why I also wanted to apply my use of color also on these products. It's a color that is never a basic color. So when you see a red, actually, there's a bit of blue in it, and it's very vibrant.
What about Allumette?
Allumette actually stems from a completely different research in the field of chandelier, and is an historical research on how humanity have always tried and bring light to the interiors. From the medieval time, where 4 candles were placed on top of a very simple wooden frame, all the way to the most famous chandelier from the modern age. A big inspiration for this project was the beautiful Sarfatti chandelier, not for its shape, but because it represented the first chandelier that managed to bring out all the contemporary technology that was back then, and make it into a very light, elegant, and decorative object. So here we're working with what the contemporary technology allowed us, and the candle, of course, is no more a fire candle, but actually is a LED light that runs through a methacrylate, full tube, polymethyl methacrylate, and it gets refracted by a lens, little lens on top of it, and creating this very organic and warm sort of cloud of light around it. The cables, by draping, they recall us the ancient ballroom chandelier, and the structure itself, it's quite brutalist, because we thought of like using the minimal structure, but it's actually very interesting because it's a very balanced and choreographed structure that is completely asymmetrical. So wherever you look the chandelier from, you get a different chandelier.
So of all the items in your collection, which one would you have in your own home and why?
I think I would get the big Allumette on top of the dining table. I love it because it can get very silent when it's off, but then when the lights get turned on, it becomes really majestic. And I would get it blue.